I returned this rental car in Portugal, and 2 weeks later, they tried to charge me more than 3,000 euros for damage I didn't do. They even threatened legal action if I didn't pay. And that's when everything changed. Because this didn't feel like a simple mistake anymore. It felt intentional. It felt like a scam. And what I discovered after that made the whole situation even worse. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what happened, step by step, and how you can make sure this never happens to you. This was my first time visiting Portugal. I had 5 days planned. Everything was booked in advance. I wanted flexibility. I didn't want to depend on schedules. And since we were 3 people traveling with large suitcases, renting a car felt like the obvious choice. At first, everything looked normal. But while researching, I noticed something strange. Deposits were very high, much higher than I expected. And honestly, that was the first small red flag. Still, I found what looked like a great deal. A large SUV, Porto pickup, Lisbon drop-off. 5 days for 367 euros, 500 euro deposit. At that point, nothing felt wrong. When I arrived in Porto, everything went smoothly. No issues, no red flags. The process was quick, simple, but there was one small detail. Instead of the car I booked, they gave me another brand. I thought, okay, similar car, no problem. And honestly, that's how it always starts. Small things you ignore, because everything else feels normal. The next day, we didn't even use the car. Parking in Porto looked difficult. Uber and Bolt were cheap, so everything was going perfectly. Then came the drive from Porto to Lisbon with a stop in Aveiro. And for a moment, it really felt like the perfect road trip. Everything was smooth, everything was easy. And honestly, that was the last moment everything felt normal. And then, everything changed. On the highway, I heard a warning sound. Then I saw a message, low brake fluid. At first, I thought maybe it's just a sensor issue. But seconds later, another warning, hybrid system malfunction. And then the car shut down while I was driving. That moment was terrifying. I panicked. Because the car literally stopped on a highway, I tried to stay calm. I managed to pull over. We were stuck, middle of nowhere, cars passing by at high speed, and we had no idea what to do next. I called roadside assistance immediately. I explained everything. They said they would send help, so we waited, and the longer we waited, the worse it felt. After about an hour, a tow truck arrived. But there was another problem. The driver didn't speak English. We couldn't communicate. I had to call support again just to translate. And at that moment, it felt like everything was getting out of control. Then finally, the taxi arrived. After almost 2 hours, we reached Lisbon. By that point, we were exhausted, stressed, and honestly, frustrated. Because this wasn't supposed to happen. At their office, we explained everything again, filled out paperwork again. I just wanted to move on. But there was another issue. They didn't have the same category car. So instead of the SUV I booked, they gave us another one. Smaller, less comfortable, not what we paid for. But after everything that happened, I didn't even argue. I just accepted it. Because I didn't want more stress. I didn't want to lose more time. After that, the rest of the trip went smoothly, no more problems. And when it was time to return the car, everything felt easy, quick, simple. They checked the car. I even asked, "Is everything okay?" And they said yes, everything looks good. At that moment, I felt relief. I thought the whole situation was finally over. But it wasn't. 2 weeks later, I received an email. I opened it and I couldn't believe what I was reading. They claimed the car had damage and they wanted money, a lot of money. 3,370 euros for damage, plus extra charges. Total 3,570 euros. They said they would deduct my deposit and I had to transfer the rest. And then came the worst part. They threatened legal action. That's when everything stopped making sense. I returned the car. They checked it. They said everything was fine. So how could this happen? I replied immediately. I explained everything clearly. They gave me a faulty car. It broke down on the highway. We lost ours. They replaced it with a smaller car. And now they were trying to charge me thousands of euros for something I didn't do. At that point, I knew something was seriously wrong. After that, I started researching, and what I found was honestly shocking. On Trustpilot, this company had very low ratings. But the worst part wasn't the rating, it was the pattern. People were describing the exact same situation. They finished their trips with no issues, and then suddenly they received emails asking for thousands of euros. That's when I realized this wasn't just bad luck, this was happening to other people too. So I sent one final email. This time I was very direct. I told them I was aware of similar cases, that I could document them, and that I was planning to create a full YouTube video explaining everything. And after that, something unexpected happened. Silence. No more emails, no more payment requests, no legal action, nothing. It just stopped. So here's what you need to do. Always record a full video of the car when you pick it up and when you return it, not just photos, a full detailed video. Never trust a simple everything is fine. If possible, get written confirmation. Always understand the deposit conditions. Check reviews carefully. And always use a credit card with protection, because this can save you in situations like this. So, should you avoid renting a car in Portugal? Honestly, no. It's still one of the best ways to explore the country. But this experience taught me something important. You always need to stay alert. Because things don't always go as planned, and situations like this are more common than you think. And if you've had a similar experience, let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your stories. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real travel experiences, tips, and honest guides. In my Portugal video series, my goal is to help you understand what to expect before you go, avoid common mistakes, and be prepared for potential problems. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. There are many more Portugal videos coming soon. Thanks for watching and have an amazing trip.